As you start this day, I want you to take a deep breath and remember one thing today is a new beginning. Right now, you have the chance to set the tone for your day, to decide what kind of energy you'll carry forward, and to make a commitment to yourself. No matter what challenges may come, no matter what you're up against, you have the power to face it all. Starting your day with gratitude is a transformative practice that has the power to shift your entire outlook on life. When we wake up and choose to focus on gratitude, we are training our minds to see the positives in life before the challenges. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather setting a foundation for resilience, inner peace, and a greater sense of fulfillment. Imagine waking up and instead of rushing straight into the demands of the day, taking a moment to consciously focus on the things that bring you a sense of joy, peace, or simply appreciation. These could be the smallest of things, the warmth of your bed, the presence of a loved one, or even the quiet of the early morning. Gratitude reminds us that there is beauty and meaning in the simplest moments, no matter what else might lie ahead. Gratitude is a powerful tool because it changes how we perceive our world. Our brains are wired to focus on what's wrong or what's missing. This is a survival mechanism that has helped humans adapt and stay safe for centuries. But when we consciously focus on what we're grateful for, we actively rewire our minds to notice the good more readily. Instead of seeing obstacles as overwhelming or feeling discouraged by imperfections, gratitude helps us see challenges as opportunities and motivates us to continue on our journey. When we start the day this way, we're already primed to face it with a stronger mindset and a more positive perspective. Think about the last time you truly felt grateful. It could be for a person who went out of their way to support you, or even for a simple gesture like a smile from a stranger. When we remember these moments, we experience a sense of warmth and fulfillment that stays with us. That feeling of gratitude is much more than a fleeting thought. It can transform our mood, uplift our spirits, and give us a renewed sense of purpose. When we make a daily habit of reflecting on what we're thankful for, we're also nurturing a powerful tool for emotional resilience. This is because gratitude doesn't deny the presence of hardships. Rather, it allows us to acknowledge what's good amidst those challenges. Starting your day with gratitude can also have profound effects on your physical well-being. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly experience lower levels of stress, better sleep quality, and even improved immunity. When you're grateful, your body releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters that promote relaxation and happiness. In fact, practicing gratitude has been shown to lower cortisol levels, which means that over time, this simple practice can help reduce stress-related health issues. Imagine beginning each day with this kind of boost. Not only are you enhancing your mindset, but you're actively supporting your physical health. One way to cultivate morning gratitude is by reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for. This doesn't have to be a big or time-consuming ritual. You might even write down your thoughts in a gratitude journal, which can serve as a reminder of all the good in your life. By making this a consistent practice, you're creating a log of positive moments and experiences, something you can look back on when you need a mood boost or a reminder of your blessings. This practice can be incredibly grounding. If you're feeling stressed or anxious about the day ahead, simply returning to these moments of gratitude can help you refocus and bring clarity to your thoughts. It's almost as if you're building a personal toolkit that you can carry with you, reminding yourself that there are always things to appreciate, no matter how challenging life can get. For those who struggle with this practice, it's worth remembering that gratitude isn't about denying negative feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It's about balance, honoring the good while recognizing the bad. If your morning doesn't start the way you hoped, gratitude can offer a way to stay anchored. Even on tough days, you can find small things to appreciate: the warmth of a cup of coffee, a glimpse of sunlight through your window, or even the opportunity to start fresh. You might find that over time, this practice helps you handle stress and setbacks with more grace. Another effective technique is to express gratitude not just for things in the past or present, but also for the future. Imagine starting your day by feeling grateful for the opportunities that await you, even if you don't know what they are yet. This sense of anticipation and positive expectation can shape the way you approach the day. It's almost like setting an intention that whatever comes, you'll find something to appreciate, something to learn from, and something that will add value to your life. Finally, gratitude strengthens our connections with others. When we're grateful, we're more likely to notice the positive actions of those around us and to express appreciation. Imagine waking up each day and thinking about someone who has made a difference in your life, however small. You might even take a moment to reach out and thank them. Not only does this strengthen your bond with that person, but it also spreads positivity to others, creating a ripple effect of kindness and support. So by starting your day with gratitude, you're not only improving your own life, but potentially uplifting those around you as well. You're choosing to see life through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity, to focus on what you have instead of what you lack. It's a choice that sets the tone for everything that follows, a choice that keeps you rooted in the present while preparing you to face whatever lies ahead with strength, positivity, and a heart full of appreciation. Affirming your worth is one of the most empowering ways to start your day. In a world that often measures value by achievement, status, or material possessions, it's easy to overlook the inherent worth that each of us carries within. But the truth is, your worth isn't defined by what you do, what you have, or what others think of you. It's something deeper, something that's uniquely yours, a core part of who you are. When you wake up each morning and affirm your worth, you're reminding yourself that you are valuable just as you are. This reminder sets a powerful tone, grounding you in confidence and resilience before the demands of the day even begin. Self-worth is like the foundation of a building. When that foundation is solid, it can support you through all the ups and downs, the challenges, and the uncertainties. But when it's shaky or reliant on external factors, it can easily crumble. Affirming your worth each morning is a way to solidify this foundation. It's telling yourself, I am enough. It's acknowledging that, regardless of what happens today or how things go, your value remains constant. This sense of worth isn't dependent on performance or perfection. It's about knowing on a fundamental level that you matter, that you're here for a reason, and that you deserve to take up space in the world. Starting your day by affirming your worth helps you approach life from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. When you believe in your own value, you don't feel as threatened by challenges, setbacks, or the successes of others. Instead, you can celebrate others' achievements without feeling lessened by them because you know that their success doesn't diminish yours. Similarly, you're less likely to chase after external validation or approval when you're rooted in your own self-worth. This doesn't mean you won't work hard or strive for improvement. It just means that you're doing these things for you, not because you feel that you need to prove something to others. Affirming your worth also creates a mental shield against self-doubt and negative self-talk. Everyone has an inner critic, a voice that questions, criticizes, and sometimes even sabotages our best efforts. But when you start the day by affirming your worth, you're setting the tone for how you'll respond to that inner critic. Instead of letting it control you, you can acknowledge its presence and then choose to focus on what's true. You can remind yourself that, despite any perceived flaws or mistakes, you are still deserving of respect, kindness, and love. One powerful way to affirm your worth is through daily affirmations. These are simple, positive statements that reinforce your value. Some examples might be, I am worthy of love and respect, I am capable of achieving my goals, or I am enough just as I am. By repeating these affirmations each morning, you're not only reminding yourself of your worth, but also reinforcing it at a subconscious level. Over time, these affirmations can help reshape how you see yourself, gradually building a stronger sense of self-worth that becomes part of your everyday mindset. Another way to affirm your worth is by practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on ourselves, to focus on what we perceive as failures or shortcomings. But affirming your worth means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you'd offer a friend. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to try, stumble, and try again. Every person has moments of struggle or failure. These moments don't define your worth. Instead, they're opportunities for growth and learning. A helpful approach is to reflect on the unique qualities that make you who you are. These might include your sense of humor, your kindness, your creativity, or your resilience. When you acknowledge these qualities, you're recognizing the value you bring to the world just by being yourself. You don't have to do anything extraordinary to be valuable. Your presence alone has meaning. Even on days when you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, these qualities remain within you. You're still the person who can brighten someone's day, who can offer a listening ear, who can bring joy, comfort, or inspiration to others. Affirming your worth also means setting boundaries and honoring your own needs. When you believe in your worth, you're less likely to accept treatment that undermines it. You're more likely to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that nourish you. This might mean setting limits with others or giving yourself permission to rest when you need it. Boundaries are an important part of self-worth because they reinforce the idea that your needs matter and that you don't have to sacrifice your well-being to please others. Starting the day with this mindset can help you make choices throughout the day that respect your time, energy, and emotions. Affirming your worth isn't about arrogance or self-centeredness, it's about self-respect. When you know your worth, you're more likely to approach others with compassion, empathy, and understanding because you're not caught up in proving yourself or seeking approval. You can listen, connect, and be present without feeling the need to compare or compete. Knowing your worth allows you to engage with others from a place of authenticity because you're not trying to be someone you're not. You're comfortable in your own skin, and that confidence shines through. So each morning, take a moment to remind yourself of your worth. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy, I am enough, and I am valuable just as I am. Hold on to this truth as you move through your day. Notice how it affects your thoughts, your interactions, and your choices. Affirming your worth is like planting a seed that, over time, grows into a strong and unwavering belief in yourself. And as this belief takes root, you'll find that you're more resilient, more grounded, and more capable of facing whatever comes your way. Remember, your worth is something no one can take away. It's a gift that you carry with you always. Embrace it, celebrate it, and let it guide you forward. Embracing progress over perfection is a liberating approach to life that allows us to grow, learn, and achieve without being weighed down by unrealistic expectations. In a world that often emphasizes flawlessness and instant results, the pressure to be perfect can feel overwhelming. Perfectionism might seem like a worthy goal on the surface, but it often traps us in a cycle of self-criticism, anxiety, and procrastination. When we prioritize progress instead, we shift our focus from an impossible standard of flawlessness to the achievable, step-by-step journey of self-improvement. This mindset frees us from the paralysis of perfectionism and opens the door to a more fulfilling, resilient, and joyful life. One of the most significant benefits of embracing progress over perfection is the permission it gives us to start. Too often, the fear of not doing something perfectly stops us from even trying. We may avoid starting a project, learning a new skill, or pursuing a goal because we're afraid of failing or making mistakes. But when we focus on progress, we don't have to wait for the perfect moment or feel that we need to have everything figured out before we begin. We can start where we are with what we have and make small, meaningful steps forward. This shift in mindset takes the pressure off and encourages us to take action, even if it's imperfect. Progress, by its very nature, allows room for mistakes, adjustments, and growth. When we're not fixated on perfection, we can view mistakes as valuable learning experiences rather than as reflections of our worth. Each misstep or setback becomes a stepping stone that brings us closer to our goals as long as we're willing to learn from it and keep moving forward. This approach builds resilience as we become more comfortable with failure and more skilled at finding solutions. But by allowing ourselves to make mistakes, we're also able to develop a more realistic and compassionate view of ourselves. We start to see that perfection is not only unrealistic but also unnecessary. Progress means we're moving in the right direction, and that's what truly matters. A focus on progress over perfection also allows us to enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over the outcome. Perfectionism tends to put all the emphasis on the end result, often leading to stress, dissatisfaction, and burnout when things don't go exactly as planned. But progress encourages us to appreciate each step we take to find satisfaction in the small wins and incremental improvements along the way. This approach can make the process more enjoyable and meaningful. Instead of rushing toward a goal, we're able to savor the journey, celebrating each accomplishment, no matter how small, that moves us forward. This sense of enjoyment is crucial for long-term motivation and helps us stay committed to our goals without feeling overwhelmed. When we embrace progress, we're also kinder to ourselves. Perfectionism can lead to harsh self-criticism and unrealistic expectations. We might become our own worst critics, never satisfied with our efforts because they don't meet an idealized standard. This constant self-criticism can erode our confidence and make us feel inadequate. In contrast, a progress-oriented mindset allows us to acknowledge our efforts and recognize our strengths. We learn to celebrate each step we take and to give ourselves credit for showing up and doing our best. This kindness towards ourselves fosters a healthier relationship with our goals, as well as a greater sense of self-worth and resilience. Moreover, prioritizing progress over perfection empowers us to keep going even when things get tough. Perfectionism can lead to discouragement and quitting when we encounter obstacles, as it makes us feel like we've already failed if things don't go perfectly. But a progress-oriented mindset acknowledges that setbacks are a natural part of growth. This mindset encourages us to persevere, knowing that each step forward, no matter how small, is bringing us closer to our goal. When we focus on progress, we're able to see the bigger picture and recognize that temporary challenges don't define our journey. We learn to view difficulties as opportunities to learn, adapt, and keep pushing forward. This approach also enhances creativity and innovation. Perfectionism can stifle creativity as it often leads to rigid thinking and a fear of taking risks. We may avoid trying new things or experimenting because we're afraid of making mistakes or not meeting certain standards. But when we prioritize progress, we allow ourselves the freedom to try new approaches and think outside the box. We become more open to new ideas, more willing to take calculated risks, and more adaptable in the face of change. This creative flexibility can lead to greater breakthroughs and more fulfilling outcomes than we might have achieved by sticking to a strict, perfectionistic approach. Embracing progress over perfection also benefits our relationships. Perfectionism can put immense pressure on ourselves and others, leading to strained relationships and unmet expectations. When we focus on progress, however, we're more likely to approach others with understanding and compassion. We become more accepting of their efforts and less judgmental of their imperfections, creating an atmosphere of mutual support and growth. This mindset allows us to build stronger, healthier connections based on empathy and appreciation rather than unrealistic demands. In turn, our relationships can become a source of encouragement and inspiration as we support each other on our journeys. Another powerful aspect of prioritizing progress is that it allows us to feel a sense of accomplishment at every stage. Instead of waiting for a perfect outcome, we get to celebrate each step along the way, reinforcing our sense of achievement and keeping our motivation high. This sense of accomplishment is essential because it fuels our confidence and helps us build momentum. Each small victory reminds us that we are capable and that our efforts are worthwhile. This steady accumulation of achievements helps us see that growth is a process, and each day we're moving closer to becoming the person we want to be. Ultimately, embracing progress over perfection leads to a life that is richer, more authentic, and more fulfilling. When we let go of the unrealistic goal of perfection, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and open up space for joy, learning, and growth. We allow ourselves to make mistakes, to experiment, and to discover new strengths and abilities along the way. This mindset doesn't mean we stop striving for excellence or that we settle for mediocrity. It means we value the process as much as the outcome and recognize that our worth is not defined by perfect performance. So each morning, remind yourself that progress is enough. Let go of the pressure to be perfect and embrace the journey of becoming better, one step at a time. Trust that each action, each choice, and each day is an opportunity to move forward, to grow, and to make a difference. Progress, not perfection, is what builds resilience, strengthens character, and leads to a life that's both successful and deeply fulfilling. Embrace it, celebrate it, and let it guide you forward with confidence and peace. Choosing positivity and joy each day is a powerful decision that shapes not only your mood, but also the quality of your life. Positivity is not about denying the challenges or struggles we face, but about deciding to focus on the good that exists alongside them. It's about looking for light even when circumstances seem dim and choosing to create moments of happiness regardless of external factors. This choice to cultivate positivity and joy transforms how we experience each day, impacting our well-being, our relationships, and our ability to handle stress. When you wake up and consciously choose positivity, you're setting a foundation for resilience, peace, and fulfillment that carries you through the day, no matter what it brings. Joy, at its core, is a deep, often quiet sense of contentment that goes beyond surface-level happiness. It's not dependent on material possessions or external achievements. Rather, it comes from within, nurtured by an appreciation of life's simple pleasures and a sense of gratitude for the present moment. When you choose joy, you're deciding to find beauty and meaning in your day-to-day life. This doesn't mean that every moment will be easy or that you won't feel negative emotions, but it does mean you're cultivating a mindset that sees life as a gift, filled with opportunities for connection, growth, and appreciation. Choosing positivity and joy each morning helps to break the cycle of negativity that many people find themselves in. Our brains are naturally inclined to focus on threats and challenges as a survival mechanism, which can sometimes lead to a habit of focusing on problems rather than solutions. By choosing to focus on positivity, you are consciously shifting your attention toward what is good, uplifting, or hopeful in your life. This shift doesn't eliminate challenges, but it changes how you approach them. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, you become better equipped to see the opportunities within challenges and to approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset. Another key benefit of choosing positivity and joy is the impact it has on our physical and mental health. Studies have shown that people who maintain a positive outlook tend to have lower levels of stress, better immune function, and even longer lifespans. Positivity boosts the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which promote feelings of happiness and relaxation. When you start your day with a positive outlook, you're not just improving your mood, you're supporting your body's natural ability to manage stress and maintain health. This mindset can become a powerful buffer against the pressures of daily life, helping you remain calm, resilient, and focused on what truly matters. Choosing joy also means taking responsibility for your own happiness. Many people fall into the trap of believing that their happiness depends on external circumstances or the actions of others. But when you choose joy, you acknowledge that true happiness comes from within. You're not waiting for others to make you happy or for perfect circumstances to arrive. Instead, you're actively seeking joy in your own way, taking ownership of how you feel and how you respond to life's ups and downs. This sense of personal responsibility is empowering because it puts you in control. You become less vulnerable to the actions of others or to external events, and you learn to create happiness that endures beyond fleeting moments. One way to cultivate this positivity is to start your day with an intention. Before you dive into the busyness of the day, take a moment to set a simple intention to focus on positivity, gratitude, or kindness. This small ritual helps ground you and reminds you of the values you want to bring to your day. Your intention acts as a compass, guiding you toward joy even if you encounter challenges. For example, if you set the intention to approach every situation with kindness, you'll be more likely to react with empathy, understanding, and positivity, creating more harmonious interactions and a more fulfilling day. Another practice that supports a joyful mindset is gratitude. When you regularly acknowledge what you're grateful for, you're training your mind to see the positive aspects of life. This practice doesn't ignore challenges. Instead, it balances them by highlighting the things that bring value and meaning to your life. Gratitude can be as simple as appreciating a cup of coffee in the morning, the warmth of sunlight, or the kindness of a stranger. When you begin your day with gratitude, you're setting a tone of appreciation and openness that invites more joy into your life. Each act of gratitude reminds you of the abundance around you, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Choosing positivity and joy also creates a ripple effect in your relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who exude positivity, and when you choose joy, you're more likely to uplift others, inspire kindness, and foster deeper connections. Positive energy is contagious, and by sharing it, you create an environment where others feel comfortable being themselves and expressing their own happiness. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or simply being present with someone, these small acts of positivity can have a profound impact on others. When you approach your day with joy, you're not only enhancing your own life, but also contributing to the well-being of those around you. Moreover, a joyful and positive mindset enhances creativity and problem-solving skills. When you approach life with optimism, you're more likely to think outside the box and explore new ideas because you're not limited by fear of failure or judgment. Positivity opens up your mind to possibilities and encourages you to try different approaches. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to view them as challenges to overcome and learn from. This mental flexibility is invaluable for personal growth and achievement, as it helps you adapt to change and embrace new opportunities without being held back by self-doubt or negativity. At the end of each day, reflecting on moments of joy and positivity can be a grounding practice. You might think about the things that went well, the small victories, or the moments that brought a smile to your face. This reflection reinforces the day's positive experiences, helping them to stay in your memory and strengthening your overall sense of gratitude. By ending your day in this way, you're also setting yourself up for a more positive outlook the following day, creating a cycle of happiness and appreciation that becomes easier to sustain over time. Ultimately, choosing positivity and joy is an act of self-care. It's a way to honor your own needs, protect your energy, and cultivate a life that feels meaningful. Life will always have its share of challenges, but choosing joy allows you to navigate them with grace, resilience, and a spirit of optimism. When you decide each morning to focus on positivity, you're choosing a path that nurtures your well-being, strengthens your resilience, and invites more happiness into your life. Embrace this choice, make it a habit, and watch as it transforms your perspective, relationships, and sense of purpose. Joy is always available to you, you just have to choose it.